thought that I'd be making this video because when I first heard about this, I don't know, it kind of weirded me out. I'm gonna share with you today a tool that you're probably definitely not using yet, that as a mom or a wife or just a busy woman who's managing a lot of things and managing a home and a family can put a lot of time back in your week. I'm talking hours back in your week. It sounds really gimmicky, but I promise you this is not gimmicky. I'm gonna talk to you about ChatGPT. Yes, the AI software that's been buzzing around the news, you've been hearing about AI powered, et cetera, et cetera. I was totally weirded out by this at first because of all of the potential downsides if AI is used in a dark kind of way. But AI is incredibly powerful and you can actually start using it today in your own personal life. And you don't have to input any sort of personal information to get out information that can be so helpful for you. So let me dive into 10 ways that you and I can use ChatGPT in your everyday life as a busy wife and mom. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa. I share practical tips for intentional moms. I love to talk about goal setting, productivity systems, minimalism, and everything that goes into building your Plan A ideal life. So let's get into that productivity piece. This tool is something I recently started using to strategize the way that I manage all of the stuff that I manage and that you probably manage at home. I'm not an especially techie person. I don't utilize an Amazon Alexa or any other iteration of that kind of software. I don't even watch television, okay? I know how to watch TV, but I don't watch TV. I'm not a techie person. I don't have a smart home system. You can't turn on our lights with an app or anything crazy like that. But this tool, I learned how to use it recently in my professional life. And there are just so many incredible, robust applications for your personal life that I couldn't not share it with you today. The reality is that this technology is not going anywhere. So if you can learn how to use it well and learn how to use it to your advantage, you are only gonna benefit yourself and your family. So let's get into it. You can think of ChatGPT as having your own personal assistant. Now, I'm gonna get into how to actually use this tool later in the video so that you can input the right thing in order to get out the robust information that you need. Because if you just go into ChatGPT, I'm not gonna say this word right so many times in this video, ChatGPT, I can't get that out, but I digress. Because if you just go into ChatGPT and type in make me a schedule for the day, it's not gonna have any sort of context. I'm gonna tell you all about how to actually use this tool well to get out of it the answers that you're trying to get. I'm gonna teach you 10 different ways to use ChatGPT every day that will save you so much mental labor. You know what I'm talking about? All of this stuff, all those plates that you spin in your head all day long, the micro decisions that you make, the planning that you have to do to keep the house running and your life running and your family operating, all of that stuff. I'm gonna teach you how to utilize this tool to lighten that mental burden, to give you more time and space to relax, to sit down and read a book, to take a bubble bath at night, to do the things that you really need to do for your own self-care. Okay, so surprising application for ChatGPT number 1, meal planning. You can type into ChatGPT, make me a meal plan for a family of 3 that has a picky toddler, and it's healthy and organic and it's on a budget and it's dairy-free. Well, literally in seconds, spit out to you a list of meals for the entire week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 7 days, different meal ideas. And the more specific of a prompt you put in, the better the results you'll get. And we're gonna talk all about prompt crafting later in this video. But what you type into ChatGPT is referred to as a prompt. So just keep that word in your head. So application number 2, then after that meal plan is generated, you can say, okay, now give me a grocery list for this meal plan. And literally in seconds, it will generate a grocery list for all of the items and all of the meals that was just listed for you. You haven't even had time to go pick up a Post-it note and a pen, and it's already made. Your list is already made. You can copy and paste it into the Notes app in your phone and add any little last things that you know you need to add, and boom, your grocery list is done. I mean, these are just little tasks that usually take 15, 20 minutes. Boom, done in seconds. Number 3, Those nights where you don't have much left in the fridge and you haven't had time to make it to the store and you're like, I have broccoli and salmon and I don't know, honey, like just random stuff. Go to ChatGPT and type in what kinds of meals can I make with these random ingredients that I have, listing your random ingredients, and it will spit out a whole list of meal ideas from the ingredients that you have. So what a great way on those nights where you're super busy and don't have the mental capacity to be creative in the kitchen, but you still want to make a good meal. Here's a great way to do that. Okay, so moving out of the kitchen into a different realm of life. Fitness. Do you like to work out? Let me know in the comments below if you like to work out. I love working out. Keeps me sane, makes me feel good. Anyway, I digress. Number 4, great way that you can use ChatGPT is you can say, hey ChatGPT, make me a workout because I have a 30-pound kettlebell and a yoga mat. Can you design me a 20-minute HIIT workout with these 2 pieces of equipment? And it will do just that. And you can shake that up with whatever equipment you have or don't have or whatever type of workout you want. So the applications for this you're starting to see are really incredible. With a little bit of creativity and just the way that you input your prompts, you can really get results that serve you well. Number 5, if you're interested in doing any travel with your family this summer, this is another great way to save time and use this tool. You can literally input into ChatGPT, we're traveling to Philadelphia for 3 days and we're gonna have 2 adults and 1 small child. We're interested in going to 1 museum and seeing the Liberty Bell, but really we wanna spend most of our time going to different restaurants. And we'd also like to see a theater show. Give me a travel itinerary for 2.5 days. And boom, it will generate within seconds a very detailed travel itinerary covering all different landmarks, whatever you've specified for that trip. And number 6, likewise, you can just ask for some entertainment recommendations. If you are visiting with family and you are looking for a movie to watch, instead of wasting an hour and a half scrolling through Netflix trying to find a movie that everyone wants to watch, you can input, hey, we have an 80-year-old, a 60-year-old, 2 35-year-olds, and a 10-year-old. Give us some movie ideas that everyone will enjoy. And in seconds, it will spit out a list of family-appropriate movies that will help to narrow down your focus. Number 7, here's a fun application for my fellow moms. My preschooler is out of preschool for the summer, and so I've got a lot of entertaining to do. I went to ChatGPT and I typed in, make me a list of Montessori-style outdoor activities that are fun for a 3-year-old to do, and it spit out a list of 10 different sensory-oriented, Montessori-style, developmentally appropriate activities for me and my kid to do together. I mean, like faster than I could have even put into a Google search to find and read through blogs. It generated a fabulous list of ideas, and I can just copy and paste that list, keep it in a note on my phone, and so when she and I are out and about or looking for something fun to do on a certain day, I can scroll through a list of ideas right there. Number 8, now here's a great application for personal or professional life. You can have ChatGPT draft emails for you. For example, in your professional life, if you want to draft an email to the team that you manage to announce everyone that you are gonna give everyone off next Friday. And you could even type in, make it in a happy yet professional tone. It will generate an appropriate email with that tone to that audience, which you can use as a jumping off point and tweak that and use that as an email that you send to your team. So it's really a great way to just save so much time. It ups your productivity like crazy. Number 9, back at home, home management. You can use this tool to generate a chore chart for you and your family. So in your prompt, you could write how many people in your family are going to be sharing chores, what types of chores you'd like to do throughout the week, or you can just leave that part blank and it will give you plenty of ideas. Nothing will go unturned or unclean when it generates a chore chart for you. AI is not about computers replacing humans. Rather, it's about humans making the most of AI. So this last example, having ChatGPT generate a pros and cons list for you when you're making a decision. Whatever that decision might be, give it a little bit of context and ask it to generate a pros and cons list for you. And it will give you a whole bunch of different things to think about. Some of which you may have already been considering, and some things that are just a new perspective. So it just really helps you to flesh out different ideas. Now, that's just 10 simple applications you can use in your everyday life. But to get the most out of ChatGPT, you have to know how to use it correctly. So I want you to think of ChatGPT as a calculator for words. It's a computer program that understands words and it's calculating results based on what you type into it. Now, there's a difference in the quality of result you will get out of this tool based on the prompt that you put into it. You have to understand how to really engineer and craft your prompt to get really good, juicy results out of it. You could use it on your desktop computer, or there's an app for your phone. When you go there for the first time, you log in with your email address like you would do for literally anything else, anywhere else. You can have multiple chat windows going at once. So you can have a chat window for your professional life and some that are more tailored into your personal life. And let me tell you why this is important. The more context that you provide ChatGPT, the better the results will be. For example, in your personal life, if you are looking for meal plans on a frequent basis and you start inputting the types of preferences that your family has around meals, dietary restrictions, for example, it will learn that. And in that same chat window, as you continue to ask it different prompts, different meal suggestions, grocery list ideas, etc., it remembers all of that previous chat and it helps to tailor and shape the information it provides to you. And now if you're doing something for your professional life, you're maybe creating marketing copy, for example, you can input the information about your audience, the age range, the demographic of your audience, where they live, what they're interested in, and it will remember the details about your audience. And then as you start to develop prompts and request information, and the more input you put in, it starts to develop a cleaner, tighter understanding of your audience and give you better and better results. And so in that way, I think it's nice to have different windows for different subject areas. You can actually ask ChatGPT how to best make a prompt for what you're trying to ask. And it will spit out to you a prompt with variables that are marked that you can input your answers. So you have a really tight prompt to give ChatGPT. And then when you just go ahead and edit that and pop it back in, it gives you a really good, clear result. So a very basic strategy when it comes to prompt crafting. And I'm just gonna use this video as like a very meta example. I'm not saying that this is what I do, but this is what you could do. You could go to ChatGPT and say, I'm a 36-year-old woman making a YouTube video about ChatGPT for other 36-year-old women. What should I title the video? And it will give you prompts because you gave it a very specific understanding of what it's thinking as. Like ChatGPT is now assuming the role of a 36-year-old woman making a YouTube video for other 36-year-old women. And it's kind of getting into the brain and context of what might appeal to that audience. So first you want to tell ChatGPT what it is or what it's doing. Then you want to describe the audience. And then finally, you want to make a very detailed question. You can also tell ChatGPT to ask you questions that will help you to think about things that you should be considering. So this kind of goes back to the pros and cons list question. And before I forget to mention it, I will have a free PDF download in the description box below this video that has these 10 sample prompts and exactly how to craft your prompts to get the most out of it. So you can go ahead and download that and keep that as like a quick sheet on your phone if you are gonna start using this in your everyday life. So I hope you enjoyed my Nerd Out Fest, and I hope this is the nerdiest video I ever have to make, because I never ever in a million years saw myself making a video about AI or ChatGPT. But who knows, maybe that's the way of the future. Not the future of my channel, but I'm just trying to give you practical tools and tips that you can use to make your life easier. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend by hitting that arrow button and send it to your friend or your partner. Let me know in the comments, will you be using ChatGPT? And in fact, go ahead and open it right now and have it create a meal plan for you. And I just want to know, like, come back to the comments and tell me, is your mind blown like mine was? Thanks for being here. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not already, and I will see you next Monday in my next video.